Can begin with this GMAW. In the continuation of this lecture, we are going to discuss about some it's very much important things that we need to understand when we perform this welding. And this is the metal transfer mode, that how this particular transfer of the metal from the GMAW electrode is to be supply, and which kind of a mode it is to be happen. So we discussed in the earlier lecture as well. There are some methods, that is the touch, spray, and Gobner. So these are the method that we will discuss in this lecture. So just with the brief introduction of this GMAW is the kind of a repetition of this particular understanding, and then further we will continue to the metal deposition system, the transfer of the metals, how this particular transformation of the metal is happening. So the introductory part of that we discussed, that is the this GMAW is using continuous fed consumable electrode and shielding gas, and this GMAW is also known as the MIG, that is the metal inert gas, MAG metal active gas. That was the mistake, that is the MAG is the active gas, and that is it produces the high quality of the weld due to that shielding and the consumable material, and the yield high productivity. So these are the points that are to be considered, that we discussed in the earlier lecture as well. The advantage is the large gap filled or the bridge can be easily welded by this particular GMAW process, and large gap in the sense that we need a continuous welding to fill the gap between the two pieces of the structure, so that require a continuous supply of the weld, and that's why this weld is very efficient to weld on that kind of surfaces. This welding is very much familiar with all positions, and it can be done in very various positions to complete the welding. No slag removal and high welding speed, the high weld quality, and less distortion of the workpiece as well. So this is the system why we are utilizing. Now the point is that we discuss in that as well, that is the direct current electrode positive, and as we discussed in that system, then the positive and the negative, the transformation of the ions from one point portion to another. So that is the electrode positive, the transformation. It means we require the greater transformation from the uh, electrode, and that's why this is the vast variety of the majority utilizing the GMAW with the direct current electrode positive, and this condition yield an arc stable. So that is why we are performing this kind of electrode positive position, it yielding the arc stability, smooth metal transfer, relatively low spatter, good weld bed, and characteristic and deep penetration for wide rendition, yielding for the stable arc, and that is for the smooth transformation of the material, and due to that it creating a low spatter, that the electrode positive, and the good weld bed characteristics also accompany, and the deep penetration for a wide range of welding also. So in this contrast with DCEN, the molten droplet size tend to increase, and the droplet transfer become irregular, thereby that increasing the large grain spatters. So that the direct current electrode negative, why we are not utilizing this droplet, that is the direct current electron negative, that leading to the molten droplet higher in space, and that the transformation mode become the irregular, and thereby that increasing the large grain spatters, and that's why the reason the direct current electrode positive is utilizing for minimizing these kind of problems in the GMAW process, and to provide a better quality defect free welding basically. So the in this scenario with that direct current electrode positive, there is a kind of a metal transfer modes that are to be taken care in this system, and these are the short circuit, that is the short arc, that is the globular transfer, and the spray transfer. These are the three types that are the basic common techniques that are utilizing in the GMAW process. So understanding the mode of this particular GMAW, the gas metal arc welding process that uses four basic mode of the metal transfer फ्रॉम द इलेक्ट्रोड टू द वर्क पीस. तो चार तरह के बेसिकली इलेक्ट्रोड ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन मोड को यूज़ करते हैं, हमने तीन ही को उसमें मेंशन किया हुआ है. सो ईच मोड ऑफ द ट्रांसफ़र डिपेंड ऑन द वेल्डिंग प्रोसेस. जैसा भी वेल्डिंग प्रोसेस होगा, means which kind of a supply of the consumable, like a power supply and other welding variables that to be provided, and each has its own distinct characteristics and the applications that is to be required. And there are several variables that dictate the type of transfer that we see, and that include the amount and types of welding current and the electrode chemistry as well. So they are the electrode surface, that the electrode diameter, the shielding gas, the contact tip to work distance, that leading to the variables that the providing the transfer mode of the metal, that are the very important points that to be mentioned when we are performing this GMAW process. As I told you earlier in the beginning of this lecture, this welding classes, that the welding parameter play a very vital role for gaining the kind of sound weld. So for gaining this kind of a sound weld, we need to perform this kind of understanding. We need to take care of this kind of understanding, that according to the welding condition, according to the types of welding, we need to select the welding current, electrode and their categories, the diameter, the shielding gas and the contact tip to work transfer mode, distance and so on. So these are the basic parameters that is defining the kind of transfer of the molten metal into the weld piece, and leading to the various kind of transformations. So which mode is right for you, means to perform the weld, and that we need to choose wisely and greatly affect the efficiency and productivity of your GMAW process. So which mode is right and how we select? So let's begin to understand this one by one with the short circuit transfer. So this basic short circuit transfer, in the short circuit transfer, the electrode that touches the work and short the circuit, that we are this is the very common process that we started to generate the arc, and that causing the metal to transfer as a result of the short, and this happen at a rate of 22 more than 200 times per second. That is how the short circuit transformation is taking place. So what are the advantages? Let's see. There are the details of this particular. What are the advantages that leading to this short circuit transformation? Is it's low energy. Due to that low energy, then this method is normally used on the thin material, that is on the 1/4 inches or less, and for the root pass on the pipe with no backing. So that metal transfer mode, that is the short circuit transformation, is the basic concept for making the pipe weld, and without the backing. Without the backing is the kind of a support to provide to stop the leakage of the welding material from the weld portion. तो ये basically क्या होता है, एक तरह से अगर दो pieces को हम लोग जोड़ रहे हैं, like that we need to provide a back support and then after to start the weld. So जब हम वेल्ड को परफॉर्म करेंगे तो सम टाइम ये जो नीचे के बैकिंग मटेरियल है वो भी चिपकने का चांसेस होता है, तो उसको हम लोग टैका मार के लगाए रखते हैं। तो जब हो जाएगा ये मटेरियल, वेल्डिंग हो जाता है, तो उसको टाके को निकाल देते हैं। तो इस तरह से उसको मटेरियल को होल्ड करने के लिए कि जो मटेरियल का ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन है, अगर हमारे मटेरियल के बीच का गैप, जो बेस मटेरियल है उसके बीच का गैप अगर ज़्यादा हो रहा है, या फिर मेटल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन जो टेम्परेचर है वो ज़्यादा है, तो लिक्विड मेटल ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि वो बाहर निकल जाए, क्योंकि नंबर ऑफ पासेस ज़्यादा हो रहे हैं। तो उस बाहर निकलने को रोकने के लिए हम लोग बैकिंग प्लेट को प्रोवाइड करते हैं। So that backing plate is utilizing for the higher thickness material where the transfer mode is higher, and this short circuit is a kind of another kind of the transfer mode that can be weld in all positions. That is the example for the weld transfer, generally called the smaller diameter electrode, that is such as having 0.023, 0.030, 0.035, 0.040 and 0.4045 inches. So these all are the diameter that can be utilized when we perform this short circuit transformation of the weld metal. And as we saw this, as the diameter is less, so what will be the current scenario? So the welding current must be sufficient to melt the electrode, as this electrode diameter is less. So but if it is excessive, it can be cause of violent separation of the shorted electrode and leading to excessive spatter. So that welding electrode, according to the thickness of the thickness of the electrode, can be leading for better weld quality. And that's why these welding parameter of the welding current is to be taken care when we selecting the kind of electrode, and but that to avoid the kind of weld cracks as well and the problems. So using adjustable slope and inductance control can be enhance the transfer to minimum spatter and promote a flatter weld profile. And the slope adjustment, the limit that the particular adjustment of the slope that indicate the control and can be enhance the transfer to minimize the spatter and promote a flatter weld profile. So for these we can maintain the slope, and the slope adjustment that limit the short circuit amperage, while inductance adjustment control the time it takes to reach maximum amperage. And that the proper adjustment of these two factor that can provide or produce excellent bed appearance and is essential for short circuit transfer with the stainless steel electrode. So that the kind of better quality product that we can examine for from this short circuit system. And in the most prominent factor, these solid stainless steel electrode are the ER 308L, ER 309L and ER 316L. So these are the most prominent solid stainless steel materials electrode that are utilizing for welding. And these electrode are also available the kind of alloys that included the silicon type, such as the 308 LSI and the type of LSI type that contain the more silicon, which increases puddle fluidity and the help the weld puddle to wet out better than the standard alloys, that providing the fluidity into the weld material, that leading to the welding qualities. While minor power source adjustment may be needed, and the both type can be used successfully as long as the specification for the welding consumable that permits. So according to that specification we can adjust these power sources also. And for carbon steel electrode, the electrode transfer classification that dictate the silicon level, and that ER is 70S3 and ER 70S6 are the most widely used for pipe application, and ER 70S2 is utilizing for another, and that ER 70S.4 are also utilizing with the with combination of this ER70S7. So these coding that we discussed in a previous lecture, and that are sometimes that used for the open root work because they offer a lower silicon level as well. So this lower silicon produce a stiffer puddle and gives us the more control of the weld backing the profile. So that's why this silicon profile is also used. And in an open root weld, we are utilizing this S6 type electrode with less inductance than the S2 type electrode. And because of this S6, the type has a higher level of silicon and the puddle is more fluid. So for maintaining the constant contact tip that is to be carried out, and the distance in the short circuit transfer is important to maintain a smooth transfer mode. And the most common shielding gas that is for the short circuit transfer mode is for the carbon steel electrode is 75% of the argon and 25% of the carbon dioxide. And these numerous three-part shielding gas mixes are also available for carbon steel and stainless steel for this mode of transfer as well. So these are the short circuit transfer. And now the brief detail of this short circuit, the short arc length of the weld that operate at a lower voltage and the welding current. That is the significance of this short circuit selection arc. The small fast freezing weld puddle obtained, and it useful in joining thin material in any position as well as the thick material in vertical and overhead positions. The metal transfer occurs when an electrical short circuit is stabilized, and these is to be taken care for the consideration. So these are the basic process of the selection of the short circuit arc for the GMAW welding. And if we're talking about the next, this are the globular transfer, that the what are the globular transfer of the material from the GMAW, that the welding current and the wire speed are increased above maximum for the short arc. Like in the short circuit we maintaining this, now we are increasing this. So what happened when we increase this speed and the welding current? So the metal of the droplet of the metal have a great diameter than the wire being used. So the increasing in the Doppler diameter means the increasing in the deposition rate. The spatter present because the increasing in the gas current, that is the current. And the welding is most effectively done in the flat position when using the globular transfer because the transformation rate is higher. So it may be the transformation that the chances that it will blow away. So what we mean by this globular transfer? Let us look on this article that the globular transfer means the weld metal transfer that across the arc is in the large droplets, and these usually larger than the diameter of the electrode that is being used because the parameter which is providing is higher. And the mode of the transfer basically generally is used on carbon steel that only and uses the 100% CO2 shielding gas. And the method that typically used to weld in the flat and the horizontal positions, that because the droplet size is larger and it would be more difficult to control if used in the vertical and the overhead position that compared to the short circuit arc transfer. And this mode of generation, this mode generate the most spatter. However, when higher currents are used with the CO2 shielding gas that are buried, arc spatter can be greatly reduced. So these the mode that generate the most spatter, the higher the current, the using the CO2 shielding, and that leading to the buried arc, and spatter can be reduced by this method. So we must caution the buried arc because it can leading to the excessive reinforcement if travel speed is in control. So that problem is to be taken care when we are performing this kind of a granular transfer taking place. So when we are doing the GMAW on the stainless steel electrode that normally are not used in the mode, this mode that utilizing in the short circuit, and that the transfer because their nickel and the chrome content is 9 to 14% nickel and 19 to 25 3% of the chromium that create a higher electrical resistance. Then carbon steel electrode in addition to the electrical resistance differences and the use of 100% CO2 as a shielding gas that could be essential to corrosion resistance of the stainless steel electrode, and that's the reason that we are utilizing the kind of electrode for the stainless steel, that is ER70S2 ER70S6, that for this particular transfer mode. And then the next one is the spray transfer mode, that spray transfer is named that from the spray of the tiny molten droplets across the arc, and that is similar to the spray coming out of the garden hose as well, like we are showering the trees and the plants. So the hose that is opening is restricted regarding this, and the sprayed transfer that usually is smaller than the diameter of the wire and uses relatively higher voltage and wire feed speed or the amperage. Unlike short circuit transfer, once the arc is stabilized, it is one at all times, and then this method produces a very little kind of a spatter and is most often used on the thick metals in a flat and the horizontal positions. So these are the positions that is to be taken care in the spray transfer mode. And this spray transfer mode, as we saw, there are the various points that leading to this transformation. Now this is the shielding gate transition current, as according to this wire diameter in the spray mode, the spray arc current amperage, that is leading to the shielding gas, and these wire diameter shielding gas, the spray arc current, as you can see, these the combination of these gases are utilizing for this spray arc, that is the wire diameter, that is 0.023, that is spray arc current would be 135. When we are utilizing the 0.030, that is the 150 degree centigrade amperage for this, and that all leading towards the combination of the shielding gas, that is the 98% of the argon and 2% of the oxygen. So that the diameter of the wire, basically, that is 0.04 is increasing the amperage, that is 220, and 0.62 is leading to 275. So these are the shielding gas transition current, and these are the methods, and this is the again the moving toward when we are utilizing the combination of the increasing the percentage of the carbon dioxide and the oxygen on the similar electrode diameter, that as you can see, that is the 0.035 in this particular combination of the 5% of oxygen is providing the 155 amperage, that 10% number of counting is less than the 2% of the oxygen, and this 0.45 is again using the less amperage, and 0.62 is also having the less amperage as compared to the other. And these another moving toward when we increasing the percentage of oxygen, that again the amperage increases, so that as you can see, the amperage of this particular current section is increases, and the argon is decreases, and when we again decreasing the combination of these argon and the carbon dioxide, that is leading to the as you can see, this combination, that the 80% argon, 20% CO2, that is require the another kind of spray current amperage. So these are the chart basically providing the transition current. And as when the these we talk about the spray transfer is achieved with the high percentage of the argon in the shielding gas, as we saw in this particular chart, that the generally minimum 80%, and that is also called the axial spray. And this mode uses a current level above what is described as the transition current as well. So this transition current will vary depending on the diameter electrode, shielding gas mixture percentage, and contactive work distance. So the current level is higher than the transition current, and the electrode transfer to the work is very small, that is in the droplet that can form and detach at the rate of several hundred per second. The sufficient arc voltage is required to ensure that these small droplets that never touch the work. So in this transition, when the current level is higher than the transition current, the electrons transfer to the work is very small in the droplet that can form and detach at the rate of several hundred per seconds. And that is for the sufficient arc voltage is required to ensure that these small droplet never touches the work, and achieving in the spatter free weld. And that spatter free weld, that the spray transfer also produce a finger like penetration profile. And this transfer mode is most usually in the flat and the horizontal position, because it produces a large weld puddle, and higher the deposition rate can be achieved compared to the other transfer mode. And this because of the arc length that is we use, and it is most usually easily influenced by the magnetic field as well. And if this is not in control, the penetration profile, the bed appearance, and the spatter level that are negatively affected. So these to be the points that is considering. And if we're talking about this further, the major factor in choosing a carbon steel electrode is the sometime the amount of silicate that's island that remain on the weld bed surface. This is especially the case if you need to minimize then the post weld cleaning time, or the finished product will be painted. For this reason that we choose ER70S3, ER70S4, ER70S7 electrode with stainless steel electrodes. There is a little difference in the bed appearance in the silicon type, and that is because of the higher energy used in this mode of transfer. And the wetting action advantage of silicon type is not necessary, and if we are used in the usually is a matter of preference that we are choosing or not. And the effect of this chemistry on the transition current is minimum, but higher voltage may be required with one alloy compared to another to achieve a true spray. So in the pulse spray transfer mode, the power supply cycle between the high spray transfer current and the low background current is applied, and this allows for supercooling of weld pool during the background cycle, making it slightly different than a true spray transfer. That ideally in each cycle and one droplet transfer from the electrode to the weld pool. And because of the low background current, this mode of transfer can be used to weld out of position on thick section with higher energy than the short circuit transfer, and thus producing a higher average current as well, and improve sidewall fusion. That additionally it can be used to lower heat input and reduce the high distortion when high travel speed are not be needed, and it cannot be achieved because of the equipment or throughout their limitations. So in generally the shielding gas that are used for the pulse spray mode, and the electrode that you can include all the standard carbon steel that are stainless steel type, along with some of the specialist alloys such as Inconel 625 Duplex 2209 and Super Duplex 2509. These are the alloys. With the programmable pulses power supply, most suitable wire alloy can be used with the customized pulse waveform with the all mode of transfer. The wire type with the will have some effect on the machine setting, and in addition the wire surface that will affect the transfer. Manufacturers use different type of arc stabilizer on the wire surface to enhance smooth transfer, and that is why the small adjustment must be made when the welding with the same type of electrode from the different manufacturers to be taken care. So these spray arc transfer that occur, the arc current voltage setting and increase higher than that use of global transfer, and the use of thick section of the base material best suited for the flat position due to the large weld puddle, and the spatter is minimum to the none. So this is the transfer mode. These are the equipments that we discussed, that is the torch, accessory, control, wire feed, power supply, and the equipment that we discussed. So just let's take a look how these arrangements of this wire feeder is made, and as you can see the combination of these feeder roller that triggering the wire of this electrode mode is continuous feeding, and this is the power source below there. So these welding torch and their accessories guiding the wire and the shielding gas bring the welding power to the wire, and the major component of the power torch are the contact tip, shielding gas nozzle, and the gas diffuser, and the that is the wire conductive. So as you can see, these are the trigger, and how the trigger is work that we saw in the previous lecture, that the sketch mode, and this is the original mode of this particular component, that the nozzle is here, the contact tip, and the gas diffuser, the trigger, that the installed component. So these are the kind of a very close look of the equipment that is to help to understand how these particular system is trigger the wire feeding and the gas as well. So these control of the welding control and the wire feed motor can be in the one unit, and the main function is to pull the wire from the spool and feed into the arc. Then control the wire feed speed and regulate the starting and the stopping of wire feed, and these wire feed speed control the amperage as well. So these wire feeder is also controlling the heat input of the system. As you can see the closer look of this, you can take the screenshot to understand how this feeder is working with these closer look, and provide the kind of a torch, the welding and the shielding gas, right? So these are the power sources that are the mostly used in the GMAW, with the reverse polarity, direct current control electrode positive, that leading to the torch, leading to the workpiece negative, providing the consistent voltage to the arc, and the voltage between the end of the wire and the workpiece. So this is the terminals, negative and the positive terminals. The shielding gas, that the purpose of the shielding gas to protect the weld area from the contamination, and the gas can be inert, reactive mixture of the both. The gas flow can rate between the 25 to 35 CFH, and the argon, helium, carbon dioxide are the main three gases that are utilizing in the GMAW process. So this is the cylinder and the flow meter, that is the knob that utilizing to control the flow of the gas in the system. So this is all about regarding this flow meter of the system.